Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy, B-Farm. Thinker right out here in the land. What I do for you. Right thinkers, let's go. Right is 24 hours led by storytelling. Story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I'll give life lessons. You tune in and receive them. We got a good thing going. That's right. Come on with this voice there. Let me cut this down. Okay, excuse me. Right thinker's mission, and that's what I'm on. And it's to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinker's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know themselves through the lessons that I give you on a daily basis. Tune in, use them, and that's what it'll do. Get you to know you. That's what I do for you. Let's go. I asked you the question, do you know you? It's rhetorical. But if you don't have an answer, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. Help you to know you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard that. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. That's what I do for you. Trust me. I appreciate you. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken a while. I'm the spiritual life doc here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers. Know that self. And to my yacht, be true. Right thinkers. In order to get from one place to another, you move from here to here. Let's talk about hell. That road that leads to heaven. You can't get to heaven without going through hell. They say the roots of the tree of life. The roots start in hell. The branches extend to heaven. So climb the tree of life philosophically, metaphorically, but that's what we're trying to get you to do. I got a book, The Tree of Life, so that's what it's based on. Going from one level to the next level. I'm trying to wake you up, become conscious yourself. Same thing. We just dress it up in a little different style, different clothing, but it's all the same thing. So let's go. Hell, the road that leads to heaven. You have a choice. Okay? As psycho, spiritual journeys, spiritual beings having human experience, we had to become conscious and understand what? To know who we are. Hell, aka Earth, that place of what? Human beings. Okay? Aka spiritual beings just not knowing themselves. So my goal in right there in philosophy is to get those who don't know themselves to know themselves if you choose to. Some people comfortable not knowing themselves, and that's fine. To each his own. Let's go. But remember, hell is what? Experiencing human life, living in the physical body with the conscious mind, in the spirit that's encased in the body. See where we're going with this? So we're not born into sin. This physical body is the lowest vibrational state, the densest state of spirituality. The spirit that's in the body, when the body ceases to exist, it's got a choice. Go get another body or go to its maker. If it's enlightened, that's the philosophical concept. That's my goal, to get those who follow my philosophy to do just that. So it's pretty much mental. But yeah, hell is the physical body that we lived in. You can make it heaven or hell. Your choice. Watch this. Hell is what? Only experienced by who? Human beings. Right here. Who are what? Spiritually ignorant. So remember, the ego self will take you through hell. It loves it here. That's why its domain is here. The devil hell. See, I'm going to the lowest level. So you got to what? Raise your consciousness to get up out of here. If not, you're doomed to just keep repeating. That's the torture that they tell you about. No, it don't have to. It don't happen after you die. It's happening while you're living. You're going through hell. Excuse me. Hope you get the concept. I'm just hoping the concept is being understood. Hell is what you go through when you're ignorant of who you are. So let me break it down a little more for you, hopefully. Hell is here, earth. Right here. We come here, okay, for what? To find ourselves, aka know thyself. Sound familiar? And the purpose seems obvious, so I'm trying to get you to see it for what it is. All the other stuff is illusionary, delusion, window dressing about just living this life of physical, materialistic stuff, satisfying the body with the senses. The five senses, the smelling, seeing, tasting, touching, and hearing. When you're using that, you stand right here. And this is what that's based on. And hell is what? The living wrong life that what? That will continue until when? Until you wake up, become spiritually enlightened. So if every time you don't do that, you come back, what they're telling you, that should be what you should be doing. Our ancients lived for that. Our ancient ancestors out of Egypt, for thousands of years, they lived in harmony and as a society with one another. We can't live in the same household with harmony, but that's another lesson. But that's the whole concept. They follow the idea of going to the afterlife because they know this life was temporary. Okay. And then what? It is hell. But if you live it right, you can make it heaven right here on earth in hell. Some of us are able to do that. I'm one of them. Being human is what? It's being in hell. The physical body, because it's the lowest level of spiritual realm. Physical body, the lowest. That's why when it goes, it stays here. Spirit, the body can't go nowhere. It's heavy. It's the densest. The southern version, which is our spirit, rises. When you see something with the wings, that represent the spirit. Why? Because it can ascend. It can rise. So when you see angels, look, they got wings conceptually. The spirit is based on the bird. Why? It can fly. The hawk, the falcon. We are born where? Into hell. Not to go to hell after we're dead. No. Wrong concept. Misunderstanding. Again, please. If your life ain't going well, if you're doing things that's causing drama and whatever fetters in your life, who are you fault for that? And the other side to that coin, again, it's two sides. When your life is going good and you're living and doing the things, who you fault for that? You cannot blame the fault, no matter which, except on you. So take responsibility for everything you say and do, because you're going to be responsible to make a difference. Understand that. Well, I didn't know. No excuse. Ignorance don't make an excuse. Okay, that's what it says. Know thyself. Watch this. Hell, like human life, is temporary. Understand it. Why? Because you go through it while you're living, and this too soon shall pass. Okay? But if you suffer living life, the ups and downs, the goods and the bad, the emotions set your life, that's what's going to be the old roller coaster. That's the serpent. You see the wave? You see that up and down the roller coaster? That's the concept. This is what you want. Smooth it out. Sages smooth their life out. Watch this. But hell, like life is temporary. Watch this. What is heaven? That means heaven is what they call the afterlife. Y'all call it heaven. They call it the afterlife, which is what? Eternal. You see the difference? And they understood that hands down, didn't question it, had no problem with it. Why? Because for them it worked. Ain't nobody ever came back and say, man, it's better on that side. Not a one. But for some reason, we think it is. No, better is right here. You think, no. If you can't do it here, you can do it nowhere else. So get it done here. That's the concept. They want you to understand that. Where we at? It said, you make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. You make it from where I come from, you can make it anywhere. No, big city. Projects, okay? Survival. If you can survive where you grew up at, you can make it anywhere. If you made it out of there, that's why a lot of us, they don't go back to the hood. Do you know why? The idea was getting the hell out of the hood. I'm just saying. So I hear that saying all the time. If I get rich, I ain't going back to the hood. I'm just saying. Hell, I ain't reaching out. I ain't trying to go back to the hood. That's not a place you want to go. You trying to get out the damn hood. I understand that. So where we at? Human. Okay, where heaven? Okay, yeah. Heaven is eternal. That's the afterlife that we talked about. Our ancients. We didn't change it, and I got something else to come up for that. You can say what you want, but if you're out without facts, without substantial proof, you just blowing smoke. We are, again, understand this, spiritual beings coming into human form, aka to live in hell, to what? To survive and learn a lesson, to what? Get out. If not, you're doomed to stay here repeatedly over and over again. We know that now, and they've been knowing that 1,000 years. This ain't nothing new. It ain't something new that we come up, man. You know, no, reincarnation's been around a long time. It has been proven facts, though. Moving on. Because you don't believe it, don't mean jack. As human beings, we will die physically. The body ain't built to last forever, but the spirit is. But if it don't become conscious of who it is by you, with the body that is in, he gave you this for a reason. If you can match that with this heart, mind, coherence, you think as one, now you and God become one. Now you can go home. Why? You know yourself, and you'll be welcome. If you become a right thinker and master it, know thyself, that's my goal. My mission is to get all those who participate in my philosophy to get the benefits of what? Living, doing, and being, and you'll be rewarded for that. Not by me, but by you. Watch this. Hell is what? Is the human life. Again, the lowest level. If you live it right, what'll happen? You get spiritually enlightened and you make it to the afterlife, which is eternal. Remember the punishment from God back in ancient times, sinners got killed. The punishment for everything that did wrong was death. When he did this, death. She did that, death. But death. So understand that God didn't care. Serve me, worship me, obey me, or die. It's kind of harsh way to go, but yeah. All right, here you go. Let's get to the steps. Now, knowing thyself is heaven. There you go. But it's the thing that you have to do to get to that level. That's what makes it heaven. Why? You ain't just gonna get it. No. This is the work you got. You know, every time that hero's journey, he got to go through something. We got to go to the dark side. You got to, man, all of that's the phase of life. Sorry. Okay. Knowing thyself is a process. All right. With what? It starts with self-mastery, aka what? Knowledge of self, or our spiritual truth that you have to live by, and you reach a level of understanding by what? Practicing it to master it, aka mastery, self-mastery. And in that state of mind, in that reality that you're living in, when you are blessed on a day-to-day basis, that's heaven. You ain't got to be physically walking in heaven and all that nonsense they say you're better good. No, but you can walk right here in your everyday normal life and be in heaven. It's a state of mind. And when you're being blessed with the things that you really need and desire by living and doing being right, you know. Okay? I call them right thinkers. Moving on. I got church family. They know why. Because they doing it their way. I don't care. They still doing it. So whatever you call it, don't make a difference. I'm teaching you how to do it. And those who already know how to do it, okay, this is just a refresher course. Alright? But being spiritual beings. And here's the downfall. This is man's fault. Thinking or believing what? We're human beings. Humans are devils. Why? Because they go against what is right, aka God, their higher self, and don't even know it. That's the ego self. That's what makes the demons and devils. Doing wrong, willingly and knowingly, not good. Okay. Accidental wrong, I know, but when you intentionally do wrong, you can't claim, well, I didn't know. Understand my point. And that's when karma kicks in. I have gained self-knowledge, aka I hit the mark. I figured it out. I get it now. So I know thyself. And all I want to do is get other people to do the same thing. That's it. That's it. If you think I'm doing any of it, no, my only agenda is to get everybody who follow my philosophy to hit the mark for themselves. That is to know God, know thyself. That's all. But I'm trying to help you along the way by giving you the stuff that you need to do to make that happen. Why? This is what I did to how to make it happen for me. That's why. With spiritual enlightenment, okay, the work you put in, the lifestyle that you live, you will have reached what? Heaven. Where? Here on earth. That's the goal for right thinkers. Knowing thyself, that's the heavenly state of mind that you got to reach while here on earth before you die. And the sooner you get that, the better your life will be from that point on. Being happy or having self-peace, blissed out, content with life, you look forward to the next day. You look forward to whatever coming. Why? Because you're in a good place. You ain't fearing this. Oh, I got to do this. Oh, man, I got to deal with that. No, that's not a good way. That's hell. That's hell. Okay, it's mental hell. Anguish. Come on, man. We put ourselves through that. Nobody do it to you but you. Realize that. Remember, Set and hieroglyphic is a man with a hatchet to his head. Understand that. Self-destructive. You don't get to heaven after you die. But they say that, like Reverend Ike tell you, I don't believe in that God, this guy by and by nonsense. I believe the God in me, my man. So he was well advanced and conscious of where God was way back then. He didn't say that God in the sky by and by nonsense. He told you how to be conscious and how to make money, how to be prosperous without begging on your knees. Get up and do something for yourself. Okay. Oh, he drove Rolls Royces. I can serve God and worship God just as well in the back of a Rolls Royce as I could in the damn Volkswagen. So stop worrying about what he's doing. And if that's working for him, you might want to try it. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. I do what I do to show you you can do it too. And watch this. You live right, okay, to prepare for the afterlife in this life. It ain't waiting until you die and all of a sudden, oh, the bells come and you go to heaven, the angel come down. No, that's nonsense. No, your character, your heart gonna be jealous. Bells, scales, and metal feather in my eye. And if it's heavy, party's over for you. You don't get to heaven if your heart is heavy. Did that feather after death? Watch this. You live right, or did that? Excuse me. Getting to heaven is passing judgment when it's your turn to be responsible for how you live on this earth. And if you live Maya, that's why the feathers you judge it by her qualification, her standards. When you can live the 42 confessions of Maya and be affirmative, you good to go. Moving on. Alright, here you go. Let me wrap it up. Now, you go through hell again. The earth is hell. We in hell. Don't get try no hell to the no. You go through hell to what? To get to heaven. Ain't no other way. You start out down here. That's why heaven's up there. You got to raise up. Like shoe pushed new up off of get. You got to raise your conscious level to become what? Better than your earthly self. Why? Because the body stays the earth. Spirit goes to heaven, so to speak. And that's where you want your spirit to go. But while in the physical body, there's some things you have to do to make that possible. It don't just happen. All right, here you go. Right thinking philosophy's goal is to what? Take you from hell, aka ignorant state of mind, to what? Heaven, an enlightened state of mind with knowledge of self. That's it. That's my goal. That's my agenda right there. Lay it out for you. No ifs, ands, buts about it. That's my agenda. I know what the route through hell. If you listen to the stories, I'm telling you what I've been through hell. Yeah, okay. Personally. Why? I can tell you about it because I've been through it. And guess what? Now, here's the caveat to that. Yeah, I've been through hell. Yeah. But guess what? I also know the route to heaven. Now you can follow me. If you follow me through hell during the drug days, you should follow me now. Why? Because we got a whole different thing going now. Trust me, it's better than collecting a few dollars from selling some weed or some drugs. Just my point. Knowing thyself, that's the ticket you need to punch before the party's over here. Why? You'll see. Where we at? Now, okay, we call the experience that we gain with life, okay, that we live, okay, in hell in order to win what? This game in life here is to know thyself. Not to make a bunch of money. Not to become rich and famous. Not to be a movie star or a martyr for the cause. Just to know thyself. I do know myself. And all I want to do is get everybody who wants to know themselves to do just that. That's why I'm here to do what I do for you. No other reason. That's it. Moving on. Let me wrap this up. Again, I appreciate you. Where we at? Hell is a state of ignorance. That's it. That's it. Why? Because you're going to do things that you're going to have to suffer. That's pain and suffering for your own actions. Consequences. When you live and do the right thing, you become blessed. Big difference. We know the difference now. The people who are being blessed, the people who not receiving blessings. What's the difference between the two people? You make the difference. Every individual had the right to make that decision for themselves. And again, hell is a state of ignorant mind. And you defeat ignorance with what? You ready? Knowledge. Knowledge of self. Not a bunch of other stuff. But the know of self. That's the first thing you need to understand to get out of hell. Learning, you ready? God knowledge is the way out of hell. From human to heaven, from physical to spiritual, the yin and the yang, you got to transform. The transformation comes with knowledge, learning, studying, and living. That's how it happens. The Kundalini rising only with good, virtuous actions from the individual. He's dead. All you got to do is wake him up, and that's how you wake him up. Last one. Oh, I went a little long this time. Sorry. Not knowing thyself, trust me, is hell. And for all of us who don't know ourselves, we are in hell. The state of mind and the state of being. Why? Because we are what we think we are. And knowing thyself is how you reach heaven. That's the state of mind that you want to get to. Spiritual light and knee highs. Waking up, realizing you and God are one, becoming Christ-like, Horus Hood, Nirvana, whatever you call it, the Tao, anything that's Buddha, the enlightened one, becoming enlightened, knowing thyself. I caught hell. When? Most of my adult life. Why? Because of me. Because I was ignorant of my higher self. Simple. I ain't know nothing about that nonsense. Didn't have a clue. So I caught hell. I thought hell was all there was. Okay? Until when? Until I became spiritually enlightened. Oh, I can come up out of hell. I'm done with hell. Why, man? I'm better than that now. Simple. Why? I know myself. I know myself to be better than put myself through the nonsense. I live different. I live right. And I'm rewarded and I'm blessed. So I'm living in the heavenly state now. And not knowing is hell. Knowing thyself is heaven. Right thinkers. Being in the world and not of the world. That's what Christ said. Again, you ain't got to go into some retreat and become a monk and that nonsense. No, just live right, do right, and you will receive the things that you need for yourself, because the one who really counts will do just that for you when you do the things you need to do in his name. We are born, what? Ignorant. Hell. Okay? Sinners, whatever you want to call it. I don't describe that, but okay. But we are born that way. A caterpillar, a butterfly born a caterpillar. It ain't supposed to stay a caterpillar. We are born ignorant. We're not supposed to stay spiritually ignorant of ourselves. You get the concept? And we are born ignorant again of ourselves. So what? We are born into hell, aka the flesh. Flesh is weak. Okay? It will constantly give into what? Its physical pleasures, its desires of the senses. That's all they know. It ain't gonna do nothing different until you change that. Hence, wake up, become knowledgeable self with spiritual truth. Wrapping it up. Religion is for those who fear going to hell. I'm like Christ, I'm going to hell. Right thinkers are those who've been through hell and on route to where? heaven. That's my goal. That's my goal. That's my mission, to get all my right thinkers to heaven, aka know thyself. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. And again, right thinkers, may you live to be 100 and me 100 minus a day, so I never know that right thinkers have passed away. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I'll be back.